Hey, what's up, nerds? It is Paul at Radio Free Hammer Hall, and today, well, I just got back from Nova Open 2023. My train got in last night. I am here today. I am super invigorated, reinvigorated for hobby stuff in general. Maybe YouTube too? I don't know. I just thought I would put some quick recap out there. I want to do some more in-depth stuff about individual things at Nova and hobby plans, maybe YouTube plans. I really shouldn't be committing to YouTube. Every time I say that I'm going to do a thing on YouTube, it doesn't happen. And I heard a thing a while back, basically that if you like announce your plans to people, they're actually less likely to happen. So I'm actually not going to do that. I'm just going to say I have some thoughts about YouTube. I might do some stuff. Gonna set some personal goals and make some plans. I've actually been finding recently that if I like physically sit down and write out a to-do list for myself with like deadlines, I make things happen. I get stuff done, and I'm more focused and organized, and I like stray off on random shit less. So anyway, um, getting back to the actual point, I just got back from Nova, had a really awesome time, did some new stuff there. I played in the Age of Sigmar Grand Narrative event there, which was amazing. Awesome time as always. Matt and Justin did a fantastic job running the event. Gorgeous tables, just awesome planning, forethought, and execution on all of it. Um, I had like a really surprising showing for myself. I actually um, didn't lose any games, which is weird for me. I haven't like put up that kind of record in a long time, or pretty much ever. So I actually like, and I was playing a really very narratively focused list, and I discovered some interesting things that I hadn't really been thinking of before. And it's actually realigning my view for more competitive lists and things like that. So, um, you know, I am definitely coming up with some new ideas and angles of thinking about things. Um, I actually also did two painting classes, which really, I think, set some interesting things in perspective for me. I did a class on blending with Vince Venturella, and a class on like intro freehand with Sam Lenz. Both amazing classes, awesome dudes. I did not know really what to expect from painting classes. I went in kind of just like open, like I want to learn some stuff. This will be a good experience. Highly recommend it if you want to just kind of like get a little bit more insight or knowledge, experience, level up your painting game a little bit. I think it's a really great thing to actually go do, and I hadn't really considered it that strongly before. So definitely going to be part of my convention experience going forward, finding some cool classes to go do, learn some things, explore, break out of myself. Loved it. Nova was in a new location this year. Hotel was awesome. Um, it was all in one location this year. There was a ton of space to get everything done. It was in downtown DC, so I was able to actually take the train from the station in my town all the way to Union Station in DC, and then grab a quick cab ride to the event from there. It was like a 15-20 minute cab ride. It was like $15. Um, so really easy, smooth, convenient this year. Didn't have traffic to worry about, anything like that. I just sat on the train, like listened to music, watched YouTube, whatever. Um, and you know, it's Amtrak, so it's not super packed or anything like that, and it was surprisingly inexpensive. My round trip was like less than $120. Um, for like Connecticut to DC is like that's a pretty chunky train ride. Um, so what else do I have on Nova this year? I hung out with a lot of cool people, met some cool people. I did. Um, I roomed with uh, uh, Rob Alia from oh shoot, why am I blanking on his channel? The Miniatures Paintbrush, awesome painter, um, awesome YouTube channel, awesome dude. Had a great time there. Um, like just super cool. The whole event was awesome. Um, and what was nice this year too was that the narrative event was just right next to the Age of Sigmar competitive events. Last year we were in like a small conference room, and it was just our event, which definitely had some positives. But the negative was that like nobody knew we were there, and I think this year we actually got a lot of positive exposure for narrative events. There were a ton of people coming by, looking at the tables, looking at people's armies. We had our massive siege battle at the end that was just literally everybody versus everybody else. And people were coming by like, holy shit, this is what narrative does. Like, you guys are just like going crazy, doing awesome things. Um, so, um, I think we got some awesome positive exposure for narrative by doing that. I was concerned about things like noise and crowding and stuff like that, but the way everything was set up, the room, it like it's a convention, it's a big event, so it wasn't exactly quiet, but it wasn't like an overwhelming amount of noise. We still were able to clearly hear what the TOs were saying and doing, the instructions, the overview each round of the story, and being able to hear your opponents during a game and just the usual like BS, have a good time. Um, so yeah, really positive overall. I went to the GW Reveal show as well, which is just a cool experience. There wasn't really too much in that I was really actually interested in for like myself, but it's cool to see what's like coming up like live. They also did a Q&A after, and they did it a little differently than they did in prior years. They just had reps from GW that just went out in the lobby, and people could just go chat. I ended up not actually going and talking to anybody. I don't even really remember why. Like there was a lot of people like crowded around, and the things that I was thinking about that I wanted to talk to people about were a little like in left field, and I didn't want to like hijack somebody from GW to have like a conversation about things that like nobody else would give a shit about but me. Um, so I mean, I guess good and bad. Um, the 40K room in particular was really awesome. The ballroom that they were in was just like gorgeous, had like really cool like mood lighting. Um, I don't know, it just looked cool. I loved it. The downside to this whole event was that everything there was crazy expensive in the convention center. Like the food was off the wall expensive, drinks were off the wall expensive, and so I ended up just kind of like getting a lot of like DoorDash and whatever to get food. Finding places around where you didn't have to spend like $20 on a kind of shitty salad or something like that. Um, yeah, I mean it. Little downsides are going to happen, um, but overall, it was an amazing event. Super happy I went. I highly encourage anybody that wants to is at all interested in um, a convention to just go and experience it. Um, it's not like a crazy expensive thing to go do. You can just kind of get your convention pass and hang out and maybe grab a couple of painting classes or something like that. You don't have to go play in events. You can stay as long as you want. You can just go for a couple of days. You can go for the whole convention. Um, it was awesome. I had a great time. I've got a lot of inspiration going forward. Up next on my own calendar, I have Du Bois GT coming up. I'm actually playing in the GT this year, and I'm also helping run the doubles event and prepping some tables and things like that for the doubles. We're turning it into a narrative doubles event going forward in the future. So this year we're mainly focusing on having really nice tables and having like custom battle plans and special rules for the tables. And then the actual matchups are not going to just be like your standard Swiss pairings. It's going to be, I'm not sure if we really decided on how exactly we're going to do it yet, but it's going to be a little bit different than that. Maybe something akin to like what Holy Wars, Holy Havoc do, um, where there's a lot of grudges and things like that. You just kind of do like play against a lot of the people that you want to. And then the other thing that we're actually going to be doing with that is taking the narrative tables and having those tables then also be used for the GT, so that we have a bunch of tables that are like really awesome, nice, themed tables for that event that are, for the GT, it's just going to be all standard terrain rules and all of that stuff. We're not going to have any of the crazy narrative rules for it. It's just going to be awesome terrain, and it's going to be stuff that's really functional for competitive play for that. But it's going to be like the narrative quality tables. And I think we're trying to do that going forward as well. Like every year, maybe add more tables, upgrade all of the terrain, make things look cooler, look nicer. We've always tried to have really nice terrain at Du Bois in general. And we're just going to level it up going forward. So that's the big thing for me. I've got some thoughts also like on just how I'm doing hobby in the future. I really want to do some like competitive painting pieces to actually submit things to Capital Palette and all of that, like to whatever painting competitions, and maybe get a decent showing at some of the other events that I do for I'm as long as people like I don't know, like Martin Orlando and Oscar Lars and all of these other people that are like professional painters, commission painters, competitive painters, if they're playing and their armies are there, I'm not winning best painted, but it'd be great to get like some players choice nominations, just be on display, get some recognition. That would be cool. um, I've been really enjoying painting a lot lately, and I want to level up my game there. So that's really an inspiration for me. Got a whole bunch of different painting projects that I want to do. My thought going forward is I'm going to decide on my lists for an event as far in advance as possible, and then paint my list to that event. Um, Obviously, as I've talked about before, I've got a ton of painted stuff already. So I'm going to take what I already have painted and just bring that stuff up to the next level. Maybe a couple of levels up if I can. Make it look really nice, really good. And that way I'm not just arbitrarily going through my army and upgrading things. I'm doing it in a focused way. I'm taking it like little bites at a time, so it's not insurmountable. And just having a good time with it and putting an awesome looking army on the table. So, Jesus Christ, it's been a lot. I'm kind of on fast forward right now, and yeah, excuse me. Oh, the important thing that I completely forgot. I actually won myself an award at the Nova Grand Narrative as well. I got the most influential player award. There's not exactly like winning a narrative event like this, but they give awards for various things, and as most influential player, the things that you did during the event added considerably to the story, and in general. And I've been told my army and all the stuff that I did in the last event actually inspired this one. It was, the story for this event was forces of Nurgle trying to corrupt the region and spread plague everywhere and take control, which is what I was all about. So, um, that's I don't know. That's going to be it for now. I've been rambling for a while. I'm on fast forward. Um, as you can see, I've got a little bit different of a situation for me even doing this video. I've got like a little stand for a camera. I've got a little bit better lighting. I've got myself in the background. I need to start like upgrading the wall and stuff here. If you happen to have any cool posters that you would like to donate to me to add to the background here, um, absolutely hit me up. I'll pay shipping, whatever. If you want me to throw some cash in for it, uh, yeah, drop it below. I'm also always looking for more Nurgle bits for conversions. So if you got any of that, let me know. You can get in touch. We can figure something out. So that's gonna be it for now, I think. And yeah, I'll talk to you all later. It's been fun. See you all later, guys.